What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 35 of the AFK Hour Podcast. I'm your host, jlucio, and today we have BigBoyEddie,
Hey guys.
ErickRN,
Hello.
and Snakierbod.
Hello.
So this is officially the first podcast that we have the face reveal of Snakierbod and the Potato Pals duo together in one episode.
Isn't
Welcome,
that my
guys.
face reveal?
Well, okay, people that don't watch our stream,
On a podcast.
they don't know
Okay.
how you look, okay?
Okay. All right.
So essentially, this is your first time being showcased in our YouTube channel.
True.
So yeah, welcome guys. Hopefully you had a lovely week. Let's just jump into it. What have you guys been up to? Eddie, what have you been up to this past week?
Yes. I've been well, as you can see in the background, I've been working on some plastic models every once in a while. I broke it, so now I need to find a way to jerry rig it and fix it. But other than that, as far as video games, what have I been playing? A bunch of Minecraft with Snakierbod and Ram. GTA, farming the money. And that's about it, really.
Wait, can you showcase your little collection?
Is that a
Of what?
more Greymon?
Hell yeah.
I have it in the box, but I haven't built it. Ugh.
Oh, you got one? Or did you get the Dark War Greymon?
I got
Which
the
also
War
came out
Grey,
in September.
the regular one.
Yeah. You want me to pull it in? I can bring it.
Yeah, bring it out. Bring it out.
Please.
Showcase it. Unless you don't want to. You're not comfortable to bring it out.
Pain in the ass to bring.
Drops it and breaks it.
I know. I didn't have any glue when I did this. There you go.
Wait, isn't that
Oh.
the first one you got?
Yeah.
Your very first? Oh, okay. I remember
Yeah.
that.
I don't have any glue with it, so it feels all janky. And the last thing I did was this janky car.
Janky
Painted it and
car.
everything.
Corvette.
Oh.
Yes, sir. The Stingray. And that's it. I have more stuff.
If you don't mind me
That's
asking, like, how much is your collection worth right now?
Give me a second. 60, 30, 20, 20, 20, about $400 with everything that I haven't built.
Haven't built? So you have boxes
Yeah.
still?
Yeah. Mhm.
Damn.
I don't know if you can tell. I have an AT-AT, an X-wing, and a TIE Interceptor as well from Star Wars.
Hmm.
And I'm working on the Liger Panzer from Zoids. I don't know if you ever saw Zoids as a kid.
I've been looking for the Liger.
You have to buy it from like China or Japan. Here, let me show you. Hold on. This is how the box came when I finished ordering it. All destroyed.
A la madre way. So like I know that these well, I mean, what would we call this? Like this hobby?
Most people just got a Gunpla because that's the main attraction to it, the Gundam builds. But I guess it's plastic models.
So I do know that we have a couple friends that are enthusiasts of this hobby, and like those are the only people I knew. I didn't know that you jumped into the bandwagon, and
I've
now
always liked it, but I didn't jump into it recently when Ruben recommended me a cheap one because at that time I didn't really have much to spend. I was like, fuck it. I ended up buying the War Greymon after the yellow thing I first showed. And from there, I've just slowly been adding to it.
I mean that's really cool. Like it's something that I wouldn't do, but I mean having a shelf full of all the things that you've made and you're
Yeah,
collecting would
so
look
cool.
badass. Like I could just imagine once you have your own house and you have like a gamer den, like all your collection on the wall, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, it's one
That'd be
of
cool.
the big ideas, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, what's the Moby Dick, the white whale that you want to get? Like because I know there's some of them are limited. Which one would you want to get?
As just depends from what series. Which is the most recent one. I think it's not showed Snakierbot. It's $160 though.
160 bucks.
Yeah, it's I don't know if you remember the raptor with two cannons from Zoids, like the
Yeah.
white looking raptor, two giant ass cannons and super long ass tail.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It came into pre-order when Ram showed it to me, Ruben, and it was 160. I was like, nah, I'm okay. I want it, but not that bad.
Yeah. And like, what's the most expensive one that you've seen so far? Was it that one or was it
Metal.
another one?
Metal builds, instead of actually being plastic, they have like sheets of metal and stuff like that. You're
Mhm.
running for the tiniest little thing like this big, like $400.
$400? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or
like,
you
if
could
you
buy some big ass ones, but at that point you're talking like a few $800, $1,000.
damn, that's insane. Like, I guess hobbies could go like super expensive. These hobbies.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that though.
If so, you're saying that if you had the money and you didn't have to worry about bills or whatever, you wouldn't buy these?
Probably not. They're freaking huge.
I guess, yeah.
That's a lie. Eddie would buy them.
He would
Yeah,
buy them. Yeah, I was
probably.
gonna say yes. He would buy them.
I mean, they're fun. They're fun to do.
Why don't you just do it yourself? Like, get the plastic and then start cutting it, and then make your own
Oh
version
yeah,
of it.
no, that's dumb.
There's people that like you can find videos on YouTube of the Gundams and they'll completely customize like builds to where it doesn't even look the same. They like sand it down, make new notches in it and stuff, and it just looks completely different. Those people are like,
Or they paint it.
yeah, but those people are like crazy talented. I can only put stuff together. I can't do that.
You can only do
It's
it if
too
there's
hard.
instructions.
Yeah. I need instructions, and even then, I suck at it.
Okay.
Same here, man. I mean, I just broke a fucking piece.
You want to explain what happened?
Nah.
Okay.
How long did it take to build that one? The War Greymon.
Like 6 hours.
I haven't
They
started
kept-
because I haven't bought the little clipper thing to cut.
There's like a little box you can get online for $10. Oh, don't start it without glue though, because it feels really flimsy.
I don't know about the gluing part. You can't
Dude,
move it
trust me,
anymore.
You want... No, you just don't glue the joints. Glue everything else. Because mine, as soon as you touch it, it feels kind of like it's gonna fall apart.
I haven't even built that one, but I'm already looking at buying the Imperial Dramon that they announced not so long ago.
I haven't looked into that. I was thinking about buying the either the Dark War Greymon or the War Grey. Oh fuck! What do they call it? This one's behind me, but the black one.
Black War Greymon.
Yeah, Black War Greymon or the Wolf when he's like metallic metal Garurumon. Yeah. Doggy.
There he is.
It's blue.
But yeah, that's the things I was thinking about buying.
Okay. How about you, Eric? What have you been up to this past week? Living, doing stuff, working, playing games. What have you been up to, bro?
Working and finally passed God of War.
You passed God of War?
I didn't take that long to pass it, but I had the game for like 2-3 years and I haven't played it. I just had it in the box, brand new, and I just
Has
decided.
it been that long since it came out?
Came out in 2018, I think.
Yeah, it's been out a while now.
I bought it when it came out, but I was like, I'll play it once I finish God of War 3, and I never went back to it. And I just decided the last weekend to go through it, and well, that's what I did. I passed God of War 3, and then I passed the whole God of War, that of War, the new one.
Dad of War.
That's all I've been doing. And
Oh
in terms of collecting, I've been buying
Boys.
too many pops. I think I need to stop.
Wait, Pops?
Yes,
Funko Pops?
I've been buying all the PlayStation pops just to have like all the collection.
I tried getting into that for a while, but it's so expensive. Like,
It adds up real quick.
Yeah.
Just like the freaking model kits.
yeah, they're like what, $15 or $20 just for like a normal one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then when you get special edition ones, they're even more. Like, it adds up so fast.
I'm not buying like the whole, like, let's say God of War. There's the two main characters and all the little side characters. I'm just buying the two main characters. I'm not buying all the. But
Then your
still,
collection's incomplete way. You have to get all the side characters.
My collection consists of PlayStation main characters. I don't care about the side characters. But yeah, that's that, and I'm still doing all these little things about retro games. I'm trying to play games that I used to play on my PS1, but I'm trying to get the save data out of it so I can continue where I left off when I was a little kid.
Oh, dude, come on, just start from the beginning.
Yeah, let's start
Nah.
from the beginning.
You're not gonna know what's going on in half of them.
I'll figure it out. I have a good memory. I
No.
know where I left off on Digimon World 3. I know where I left off. I just
And then all the Dragoon games you would tell me about when we were kids.
yeah, the Legend of Draco. Bad. So yeah, that's all I've been doing.
Did you ever play Dark Cloud? I'm telling you, man, it's a good game. You should try it.
I'll check it out. Once
You
I have more
it, I
time.
just never
I
picked
still
it
have
up
too
for
many
you.
games that I haven't played that I bought and they're still in their box.
Sounds like what I do with Steam.
Wait, how
Hey,
much
look,
money?
Steam sell.
Wait, how many games do you have on Steam? I think out of everybody, all my friends, you have probably the biggest library on Steam.
Let me load it up. It'll take a second to load up. But I think isn't there a website where you can see how much you spent on Steam or like how much your collection is worth?
I'm not entirely
believe
sure.
so.
Yeah, I think you're right. There is a website. But while you look that up, I'm just gonna say that in regards to Eddie being shocked that it's already been like 2 years and stuff like that, I feel like in 2020 everyone lost a year. Like that year just went boop. It's gone. The whole entire year was gone, and no one did anything because everyone was locked in. And then you realize you're like, oh shit, 2019 was 2 years ago. In reality, you're just like, what? Like, it feels weird to think that. But yeah.
I personally have 340 games.
Okay, so I found how many games I have. I have
Steam.
I have 450 games.
50 games? Does it tell you?
What was that?
What was that? You cut off.
How much is the value for that? Does it tell you?
I'm still trying to find that. There's a Steam calculator, but I don't know my my account.
I think I'm close to like 700 games.
Holy crap!
Oh,
Well,
I
he has,
think.
he has Humble Bundle, that's why.
Holy.
Thankfully, not a lot of. I haven't bought every single one of them. It's a lot of Humble Bundle stuff. Let's just have the subscription.
so you have been buying a lot of them. Well,
No,
all
'cause
of them.
I just buy the yearly subscription and they give me the games. I just keep adding. And I have 700 games.
Well, no wonder you never have time to play them.
I mean, he's still playing fucking PlayStation games. He's never gonna get to his PC games. Wait.
Never even been in videos, bro. Come on.
I don't get the invite.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is that the excuse you? That's the same excuse you use for everything.
Oh, that's very true. That is very, very true.
I found the calculator. So
Does it say?
yeah, it's like a very big difference. It's either from the lowest price, which I think is like with sales and stuff, from 1,530 to 4,973. Oh, crap. But
wait, where did you find this?
it's a website. Most games I bought are on sale. I don't usually buy games if they're not on sale, unless it's like a brand new game that comes out.
Or you want to play it and
Yeah.
force people to buy it?
But then I usually just buy it and still don't play it. So the majority of my games.
So just search Steam calculator.
I
Yeah.
think one day I took a time of my day to calculate how much money I spent on PC games. And out of those 700 games, I think I only spent like 1,200 or $300.
That's actually
not
really
bad.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an honest question. Feel free not to answer this, Snakierbod. But do you think?
I know what it's
do you-
gonna be. Is it about
Do
League?
you,
Oh, God, here we go. Holy
do you
crap.
think you spent more money on Steam or on League?
Oh no, Steam for sure.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't spend money on League anymore.
Uh-huh. The button to calculate says "Get disappointed in your life."
Yeah, it does. I probably shouldn't tell my wife how much I've spent on here. No, but I'm definitely more on Steam than League because I stopped spending money on League after like I unlocked everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the worst games I've ever gotten into. I hate you, George.
Wait, why me?
You're the reason why I started playing that freaking game. Toxic.
Wait, George Yang or me?
Both of you.
Hey, okay. First of all, I didn't think you're gonna get addicted to it. Okay, that's my reasoning.
Okay. God, I remember when I first started. You two were so toxic to me. Like it was
Wait,
like
what?
it was like I was in freaking boot camp or something. Like they were like, "You suck. Do this. Do this." like it was really hard learning with them because they were pretty rough.
Wait, really? Are you being for real? I don't remember this.
Dude,
Yeah, you're pretty toxic when you get tilted.
You'd
Okay,
always
first
yell
of
at me
all-
because I'd play Ziggs a lot, and I would always sit in the back and just be super passive because I didn't know what to do. Like I was brand new, and then they would call me Shifter, which is this pro player that was like super passive and played like that all the time.
I do remember calling you Shifter, and and like out of everybody, the only person that kind of got me tilted was probably Eddie. Eddie, the person that gets me tilted.
Before you continue, this is the biggest thing I ever got. Why the fuck do you always play the hardest champions? I'm like, they seem fun.
Yeah. For those that don't know, we're just talking about League, and like League has always been a very toxic community, and I feel like that's the reason why we were so toxic. But now I feel like well, at least at the very least, I'm different. Because
I was never toxic.
Yeah, you're just
At
like,
least I don't think I was.
no, I don't think you're toxic either. Yeah, like if you got tilted, you just be quiet. You just like stay quiet. You're just like, oh, fucking dude, or whatever. You'll just say like, I don't know. You won't be toxic to others. But when we got toxic or when we got really into the game, we would tell you shit, and then I would feel bad afterwards and apologize. But recently, I don't think I'm toxic. I just do friendly banter with like whenever I'm playing with everybody. But what's it called? Whenever I play with George Yang, he's super toxic, but he's just like he's not toxic, but he's toxic. If that makes sense.
So,
I don't know how to explain it.
I would say me and George Yang, which is one of our friends. Like I play League with him all the time. I would say we're pretty reformed. So now, like, if people start talking shit, like we just start typing stupid stuff. Like today, we were just spamming like we like the stonks and crap like and to the moon and like when I get tilted, I just type stupid stuff. Like I don't like cuss or like attack people
or intentionally feed.
Yeah, no, I've never done that, but like I just type stupid stuff.
Yeah, like that. I think that's the best type of passive. Like being passive aggressive in League is so much fun. Like all you have to do is just wait for a teammate or somebody to say something, and then just say that over and over and over again in the game. It tilts them.
People want you to type back in it. Like they want you to argue with them and stuff. So when you don't, like it just pisses them off even more. And you're over here freaking typing stonks and stupid shit. Like
or when you're nice to them when they're trying to get pissed off at you, that pisses them off too.
But yeah, like I don't know the community. What do you think about the community in League, Snakierbot? Since you played League as much as I have.
It's definitely like at the beginning of the season. I feel like the toxicity is the highest because everybody's got like the biggest ego because your rank gets reset and stuff. You're like, oh, I was plat last year. I was diamond last year. Like, bro, nobody cares. So that's when people are like super toxic at the beginning. But other than that, like every game you have a toxic person. So it's like, I don't know, you get used to it.
Do you think it's gotten better throughout the years or it's been the same?
Hell no. It's just as bad as when I first started. If not, or if anything, it's actually worse because like, do you remember Riot Light?
No.
He was in charge of like the reform and stuff.
Like a tribunal and all that stuff?
Yeah, the tribunal. Like he tried doing a bunch of stuff with that, and then when he left, like it just completely got thrown away. So then like everybody was just toxic again.
Yeah, it genuinely feels like there's no repercussions for people.
There really isn't. Like you can run it down. Well, I think inting is probably banned easier than like just being toxic. Actually,
Also,
Yeah, but
racial stuff is very bannable.
Yeah, like homophobic, racial, that stuff. Like it probably just gets triggered in the system, to be honest. But that game's pretty toxic still.
Yeah, it is very toxic.
The last game I remember playing that was ranked was 2 people on my team were just literally there for kills. They had like 25 kills each. I think I told you about this Snakierbot. And as soon as we were trying to end the game, they were never there. They were just getting kills. We were ahead by almost 40 kills and we still lost because it was a 3v5.
That sounds suspiciously like something me and George would do.
Yeah, are you talking about Snakierbot and George? Like they do that all
Was
the
I
time.
in that game?
And another one that I remember I wasn't a part of, but I was in the call with you guys, is that it was you, Snakierbot, and George Yang were playing ranked, and you just happened to get in the same team as Lucio.
Oh,
yeah.
that was the easiest game of solo queue I've ever played. I remember me and George Lucio carried the crap out of George Yang. He was just there for the ride.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very memorable because just a bunch of screaming, just the realization that you guys were in the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because like okay, so we've been playing League for like how long have we been playing League?
You guys showing me since like high school, sophomore year, junior year.
I didn't play high school League. I think for
Like,
8 years.
8 years?
Yeah, 8 years. And like there's been so many different rendition of League, I guess, because like throughout the years there's been different models and stuff like
It
that.
changes.
Yeah. And when we were talking about we all queued up together was there was a point where you can only dual queue and that's all you could do. There was no flex or anything. There was just dual queue. And we just so happened to queue at the same time and we were all in the same match and we won. We were on the same side and we won that game really quick. Later on they did they had like a open queue, I guess, and anyone could like any number of friends could join a team and then queue together. But then they took that off and then they made it, I don't know what they did afterwards. They made it dual queue and flex.
They made it a flex queue, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was
didn't-
fives before.
Yeah, there's ranked
5-man team
well.
ranked.
Yeah.
Where you guys were trying to force us just to play as bad as possible to be freaking bronze.
It would tank
bronze
our
is the
MMR
lowest.
so we could play against worse
Yeah.
people.
And then you got another team that was doing the same thing.
We put that team back to back. I remember that. And both of us tried so hard. I think we
Both
owed them. Yeah, but
Yeah, we
they
did.
were doing it, and then that was a pretty toxic 2 games actually.
And I remember we would also do that. We would trio queue, like me, you, George Yang, and maybe Eddie sometimes. And we had one person as hostage, and we would try to make that game last as long as we could. And like,
Horrible.
when we were playing either 5-man or flex, I was using Syndra, and we were using all the people that can control minions to literally make a zoo in the dragon
cave. Yeah.
dude, I think saying that out loud made me realize why their flex queue doesn't allow 4 people. Because you could keep that guy hostage there forever.
So like when me and George Yang, we always play flex because I don't like solo queue really, and it's always 3 people together and then us 2. And I swear to God, when it's a trio and it's us 2 as a duo, that trio is so toxic, and they just blame you for everything.
Can be my friends, no?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah, they just bully you the whole time.
But yeah, what's the longest League game you've ever been in?
Not made long on purpose.
No, made like ever been in, like made long or whatever.
Close to 2 hours.
Probably, yeah. Close to 2 hours. I think we've probably all been in that game with each other.
Yeah.
I just remember we were playing like an hour and a half long game, and the guy, our 5th person, was like, "Let me out!" And like you can't queue up another game because like if a game's already in session, you can't surrender, you can't leave, you have to stay for the entirety of the game. Even if you log off and you log back on, it puts you back into the game. Yeah, it puts you back into the game. So like that guy was pretty much screwed for an hour and a half, and like he was just stuck with us.
And then like League terms, that is a really long game. Like League games are on average like 30 to 20 minutes probably, so it was a little ridiculous.
Okay, well, how about you, Snakierbot? Even though we've been talking about League, what have you been up to for this past week?
Well, besides for League, which I only play with Georgiang, because otherwise I hate it. I'm pretty much just always playing with Eddie, so whatever Eddie's playing, so Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto is like all I've been playing this week.
Yeah, there'll be times I wanted to play League, but that wasn't in your vocabulary since my name was George Yang.
I can't play League with Eddie. I'm sorry. Eddie is not the most...
Even if it's
okay. So Eddie,
even if it was just ARAM.
Okay, because you do the stupidest crap in ARAM. In ARAM, there's these bushes that there's only ARAM is a straight line, so there's nowhere you can go really besides for straight at the other team. And there's these two bushes in the middle, and I swear to God, Eddie has some kind of fascination with being in the bushes and just dying over and over and over again. And it just, oh my God, it just tilts the crap out of me. I can't play League with Eddie. I can't do it. But any other game, I'll play with him.
Okay.
Or I attract the enemy champions as well for whatever reason.
Because you're in the bush being an idiot.
Just to put things into perspective, Eddie has always been known to do questionable things in League, and
in video games,
and in video games in general. And whenever we're playing League and you take a corner in like a map that you're not supposed to, we call it the Eddie corner. So like basically an Eddie corner is whenever you get caught out and you're not supposed to be there, and you're like, oh my God, that guy took the Eddie corner, what a freaking idiot, and stuff like that.
But the once in a lifetimes when I make a decent play, freaking big ass head.
Yeah, like he gets or quad. He's like, okay guys, we could go. Oh, they killed me.
He even does that. So like this week we're actually playing Grand Theft Auto, and if Eddie's like leading or winning in a game, dude, his head goes like super big. And
first, I'm really quiet and concentrated.
Yeah, when he's
and then
he doesn't say anything. So we were racing on GTA, and there's like a bunch of jumps and stuff. It's called a stunt race. So there's a bunch of ramps and whatnot. And we were on the final lap, like almost a final corner, and he goes off of a jump, and he tries to do a backflip in his car to show off, and he freaking crashes. And then me and Ruben pass him, and he lost the race because he got a big head.
It's like a blue shell in Mario Kart. He blue shelled himself.
You guys were egging me the whole race, so like do a flip.
Eddie falls into peer pressure easily. Then do a flip.
Well, when it comes to video games, yes.
Oh,
just it.
Whenever you tell me to go in, I always go in.
Sure, he does.
I like playing League with Eddie because if you tell him anything, he'll do it, even if it's not good.
He doesn't question you either. He just does it. That's the kind of teammate you need. If only he was a little better, though.
He's with you to the end, but mechanically he's not there at all. But yeah, League. I don't know. Like back to League, I guess. It's just a very toxic place, and like I understand why you don't like playing it. What's it called? I did my placements on League, and like you already know, I went like 1 in 9, and I got placed in gold 3. So I mean that's not bad. Gold 3.
Yeah, I feel like it's easy to climb this year too.
Yeah, and like I won 2 games right afterwards, and I'm gold 2. I don't know. Like I'm waiting for you to do yours so we can hear your horror stories.
I don't think I'm gonna play solo queue this year. I don't know. I think I'm done with League. Doing solo queue at least.
Makes me curious.
We'll
I wouldn't
see.
want to know where I freaking land.
You're probably
maybe.
Yeah, I think you're gonna.
Nah, I always land in silver.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think since you haven't been playing, you'll be probably placed like in bronze. But once you're done with your placements, you'll be like in silver or something. Because like usually, like when you do your placements, it tells you after the first match like where you're gonna end up, but you could continue hiring that. And once you finish your placements, it tells you what rank you actually are. If that makes sense. But yeah. So what game do you think you're gonna be focusing now on? Because I know League used to be like your hub of like all your hours in gaming, Snakierbod. So what game would you be focusing on? Just GTA?
Yeah, probably just GTA and Minecraft. That's like what I'm addicted to right now. And GTA I've always loved. I mean, I bought the game 3 times like an idiot. I bought it for Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then PC.
PC.
Yeah.
But like probably just those 2 for a while, and then Ark as well. I always go back to Ark.
Yeah, I bought GTA twice. One for the Xbox 360 and then once for the the PC.
Dude, when that game first came out, it was fucking fun playing with all of you guys.
Yeah, that game we played in high school. That one for sure we played in high school.
Played on the 360 together.
Yeah. Freaking Lucio always destroying our cars and then ends up getting a hat. A fucking dunce
The
hat.
Duns have. They don't
That's
have
not
that
even a thing anymore, right?
No.
They've changed so much since it first came out.
Then also at that time when you can just instantly just smash X to keep playing the same mission for the same value, people are getting like millions of dollars in an hour.
Yeah.
I just remember the same thing in GTA was I'm not gonna say the story, but I'm like the thing that made it so memorable was one time when I was down and Snakierbod tried to cheer me up. That's always the thing I always remember whenever thinking about GTA. But yeah,
we played a lot of that game in high school.
Yeah. How many hours do you think you have in total from all your consoles and PC?
Probably like
For
1,000. Yeah, probably like 1,000. I think on Steam I have. Wait, I can check real fast. On Steam I have 760 hours. So that's just on PC. So I would say like 1,000.
I have 500. You have played 200 hours without me, and I only play with you.
Yeah, I was.
That's crazy.
When that game first came out, I was addicted. Like that's all I played all the time.
The only game on Steam that's even close to yours, for 700 hours for GTA is like PUBG, and like PUBG we played the shit out of, but we don't play anymore. I think I have like 300 hours on that game, but even then, like that's still
I have
shit ton of
552 hours on PUBG. And then
is that a game you
1,058 hours on.
Is that a game that you think you're gonna get back into, or not really?
I wouldn't mind going back to that game, honestly. Like that game was always
I have
fun.
400 for PUBG for me. 383.
The last time I played PUBG was I guess quote unquote competitively was when Shroud hacked and killed me. That's the last time I ever played PUBG. It was like, nah, this game's bullshit.
Last played February 5, 2019. Damn.
It's been a year? No, 2 years. 2 years, yeah.
2 years.
I did the same thing when I said that 2020 just disappeared. So we think that yeah, it's been 2 years. Yeah, it doesn't count. So what else have you been playing? Just those two? Just Minecraft and Ark and GTA.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, then old school RuneScape. Like I always play that, but I haven't played that this week.
Out of all the games that you played, what game do you think you have the most hours in? From all collectively, League of Legends, RuneScape, GTA, PUBG, whatever.
Probably RuneScape, because like just to get a 99 in an ability or like a skill takes a couple hundred hours, and I have I have probably 7 or 8 99, so definitely RuneScape.
And like I have to ask you, how does your wife feel about your gaming?
She doesn't care. Like, I mean, most of the day she's doing homework anyway, so it's not like, I mean, I have to be doing something, so she doesn't care. I'm lucky to have found somebody that just lets me endlessly play video games all day.
Yeah, I mean, how about dating? Like dating her? Like, did she even bring that up, or was that a concern of hers? You guys were dating for like 7 years before you guys got married, or whatever.
Well, we've been together. This year would be 10 years. We've been married. We just had our 3rd year marriage anniversary in December. But yeah, but when we first started going out, we actually played Minecraft on the 360 together. So like she played video games too. Not really anymore, but even back then I played a bunch of video games. She didn't care.
I mean, that's I guess like you say, you were very lucky to find someone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess for me, what I've been up to this past week, I was playing Minecraft a little bit, but then I fell off. I don't know. I just got burnt out in Minecraft, and then
Boring.
they bombed my PlayStation. Why the fuck would I play?
I saw Squeaky Squeaky Toad on stream, a bunch of chickens in your place.
Yeah, I know. And then like what happened was that Andy like spawned like a bunch of creepers in my base. But like that was fine because like I have my cat shoes, right? They don't blow up when they're near me. But Squeaky Toad was in my base. So they blew up on her and everything got destroyed, like my front entrance. So like I
You
was
should just fix it, bro.
I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna play this no more. Whatever.
That's the whole point of Minecraft. Fix it.
Well, they fixed it for me, and I'm just like, nah, I still don't want to play. So like, I got really angry.
I was
about that.
wondering because I ended up in your base for no apparent reason. It was full of chickens. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, Squeaky put all those chickens in my base.
Get all those chickens.
Yeah. So like, I'm just taking a little break. Maybe I'll get back into it like in a week or so. I don't know, but I'm taking a little break. I've been playing some League. Actually, no, I didn't play any League this past week. I played TFT this past week, and that shit's okay. It's not that. It's fun, but at the same time, it's not that fun. It's just something I do in the background. Like maybe in a class, you're like not really focusing. You just play TFT. What else? The game I was playing on stream was Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront. And I was telling the guys earlier that game was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. The only reason I started playing it was because I saw an article saying that 15 million new players were playing Battlefront, and I was like, whoa, okay, let's see if EA or DICE, whatever, fix the game. Because everyone knows that when Battlefront first came out, it was just a shit show. They fucked it up. There was a bunch of pay to win, loot crates, blah, blah, right? So I tried it out.
Wasn't the jump just because it went free for a bit?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Free
I
on
think
Epic Store.
Yeah, I think the reason it jumped a lot in people playing was because it was free on the Epic Store.
I mean, that would make sense. I mean, 15 million people, that's a lot of people for being on the Epic Store. I feel like it has a correlation of both. Like they're fixing the game, constantly updating, and it was free. So like there's that. And when I played it, holy fuck, like it felt like you're part of the universe. Like I was just so amazed, like because I played Battlefront, the first Battlefront, and then I played the second one a little bit, but like it didn't really capture my attention. And me playing it recently, I'm just like, whoa, I should have been playing this a lot more. So like I'm probably gonna be playing that a lot more. Because like they have all these really famous battles in the Star Wars universe, and then they also updating it with newer content because there's still Star Wars stuff coming out. So I think that's really cool, even though the content's trash because it's Disney. Not the shows, but the movies were trash. Like just the scenery, the sound design, everything around it is fucking beautiful. Like it's just really cool and everything. And it feels like it's alive. Like the worlds are alive and everyone's fighting for what they believe is right and for freedom and stuff like that. You know Star Wars lore and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm gonna probably continue playing this game. It looks really fun. It feels really fun too. Even the spaceship, like I played Space Battle, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I was just shooting nothing at sometimes. I would crash, and I had so much fun playing that shit. Like because like the heroes, when you're playing the heroes, they seem so fucking powerful, and they remark with each other, like they banter with each other. Like if they're on the same team, like Princess Leia and like Han Solo would be like talking to each other, and they're not even doing anything. They just have to be near each other. So like they have quips like already programmed to each other. So I think that's really cool. Other than that, what else have I been playing? Dicey Dungeon, which is a single player game. For the King. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't been really playing that many games. And as for hobbies, since everyone was talking about hobbies, I don't really collect anything that like cool like what they do. The thing I do have, like I have a small miniature what's it called, collection of hats and also shoes. Those are the only two things I practically collect, like shoes and hats. So like I do Converse and also Nikes, and for hats I just whatever looks cool, I just buy hats. So yeah. That's what I've been up to this past week. I guess we're gonna be talking about the main thing that we were gonna for this podcast, and that's gonna be the stonks. This past week, a lot of things have happened during the stonks. So for those that don't know, GME, which is GameStop, their stock flew up. It rose like from $20 to $315. and that's insane. So basically, what happened, for those that don't know, is that these hedge funds, they try to short these stocks, and it didn't work. Some people on this subreddit called Wall Street Bets caught wind of this short, and they just like, you know what, we're gonna short squeeze them. These are very, very terms that most people don't know. But short is you sell, like, a company gets these stocks and they sell them so the price would go down, so then they could buy them at a cheaper price. Okay, that's basically what short is. I'm summing it down like a lot. And then short squeeze is that when the stock market is so intended to go down, when you short somebody, you catch wind of this, so that you put money into the stock so the price goes up. And since those people that short are required to buy back those stocks, they get fucked. So essentially, what they wanted to do was buy a stock for $10. It goes down to $5. They buy it at $5. They profit $5, right? What happened was that they bought the stocks at 10. People caught wind. It went to 20, and then they had to buy at 20, and they went up to 30. If that makes sense. So like, these hedge funds made a shit ton of money, and everyone's like diamond hands and fucking straight to the moon, and people are making a crap ton of money. Long story short, go ahead.
They've cost the hedge funds like 70 billion, right? Something like that.
I think somewhere to that range. Like, they lost a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And like, they were asking for potential bailouts from the government, which is bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
And like the SEC, which is like the regulating and all that stuff for the stock market, we're trying to see if this was legal. But I mean, essentially it is legal, because it's not a pump and dump, because a pump and dump is illegal, and people in the stock market don't talk about that because it's really really illegal.
Market manipulation,
it's just like,
right? Isn't that what
what's
it's
up?
called? Wouldn't that be called like
Yeah,
manipulation?
Yeah, market manipulation, basically. A pump and dump is just basically like a group of people who go to a stock, and then they're just like, okay, let's just buy a shit ton, and the start will make the what's it called, the stock go up, and then people are going to want to buy it at the top, and then you sell. So that's what a pump and dump. But essentially what's going on with GME is because like it's a short squeeze, because people caught wind of this, and to combat the short, they bought a shit ton of stocks, and people lost a lot of money. But like, what's going on now is that the hedge funds are just like, oh yeah, we don't like the little man, like all the people getting all this money, so we need
someone else is doing what we're doing, and now it should be illegal.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. And what Robinhood did, holy fuck, people were pissed. Like, first of all, I just want to hear everyone's opinion on like what happened this past week. Like, do you think this is like good for like the common folk, or was it just like a lucky, or whatever? What's everyone's opinion?
Regardless of the outcome, I think it's good because more people got into and started learning how to trade and do all this stuff, which is something that's needed here, being literate with money.
Yeah, that's very true.
That is someone good, but I also read some stories where this guy put I don't know if it was all his parents' mortgage stuff into it, but I don't know if he put it I think he put it at a GameStop. No, he thought it was GameStop, but he put it on GameSpot.
Oh my god.
Oh,
no.
And yeah, but you know what? But I read a couple of stories where people messed up. It's because people just jumped on it. They were like, people are making
Didn't
money
even
and just
bother
put everything.
researching.
Yeah. But I don't really know anything about that. Like, but I have been reading and listening to the things that happen and trying to understand what's going on. Because I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like I was trying to explain it as best I could, but there's a lot of technical jargons. Like short, like people don't know what shorts are, or squeezes, or like I don't know, the SCEC or whatever, all this other stuff. Like they don't understand that kind of concept. Like, but like I've been always fascinated by the market, so I know a little bit of the jargon, and I've been following it even before all the stuff that's been happening. But yeah, like the thing I mainly look into is crypto. I really like crypto, but yeah, we'll get there right now. But How about you, Snakierbod? What do you think about what's going on this past week?
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm like educated enough to really talk about it that much, but I feel like it didn't start out as trying to fuck the higher up people, but then once people started realizing how they manipulate the market and how corrupt it is, kind of, then they're like, okay, well, let's just fuck the rich people then. And now they're just at this point just trolling them at their own game. So like I don't feel bad for the higher up people. Like this is what they do all the time to lower people. So
there's a bunch of video also now doing 2008 where they're partying while people are protesting the whole 2008 crash as well.
Yeah, Occupy Wall Street and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, like, I literally just probably like a week or two ago started getting into investing because I've always wanted to. And I started doing that, and then like a week later, this crap happens. I'm just like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, I mean, this could either be like a really big like indication of how things are going to be for you, I guess. Like it could be a huge turn on or turn off. Like right, usually the market isn't this volatile, but it has been a very bull market like for the past like I guess 5-6 years. It's been for a couple years, right?
Very eye-opening too for a lot of people.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's very interesting what's like these huge multi-billion-dollar hedge funds were trying to fuck over GameStop, and then the little folks in Wall Street Bets were just like, fuck you, GameStop's our baby, even though everyone hates fucking GameStop, which is really weird.
Yeah.
And they bought a shit ton of GameStop stocks, and then that short fucking failed. And then they lost a shit ton of money, and then they admitted defeat, and it was all over on the news. And then what happened on the news was that once it gets to the public, more people are gonna want to do it just to whatever. Some people were like, "Oh, I want to go for the riches," and some of them, the millennials more like it, are just like, "Fuck it, we're doing it for the YOLO. I don't care about this money. I'm just gonna dump it, whatever." And then it's because there's obviously a huge generation divide. Like in the like boomers, they're just like, "Oh, I want to make money. How can I make money?" And then millennials are just like, "Fuck it, YOLO, bro. Like I don't give a fuck. Like who cares? Like I'm never gonna retire, so fuck it, bro." Like there's obviously a huge, I don't know, difference in the generations. But
Elon Musk tweeted about it, and then it pushed it even further.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, he is officially the richest man in the world, and he tweeted about it, and was obviously the hysteria just went crazy, and it drove up the market. And yeah, I mean, if I knew, I feel so fucking silly because like I'm like Snakierbod, like I'm always on Reddit and I know what's going on, and I caught wind about this GameStop stuff, but I was just like, nothing's gonna happen of it. And then next thing I know, it's up from $20 to $100, and I'm like, holy fuck, that would have been a shit ton of money. Oh well, it's already over. And no, it went from $100 to $300, and I'm like, oh fuck, like it's one of those things like you kick, like Eddie was saying, before the podcast, it's like something in hindsight like you would have done. But now I'm just like, fuck, like I wish I did it, but it's one of those things that you need to just follow your guts. Like you can't be scared in investing because like in the end of the day, Wall Street Bets proved what it wanted to prove, that the stock market is just a really glorified casino. And that's like white, like really rich white folks. It's really corrupted. They just don't want to admit it. They're just like, no, this is not right. All these people should be illegal. It's a pump and dump, blah blah blah. And it's not a pump and dump, okay? It's just a bunch of people that are fed up, that knew that they're not gonna have enough money once they're older to retire, and they're just like, you know what? Let's just cooperate or collaborate and put our money into this thing that we believe in. And they did it, and then these people made a shit ton of money. And like I heard stories like you, Eric, talking about the people that took out their monies and stuff like that. This guy, he took out his like life savings, like his retirement funds of $30,000, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna put it in GameStop." He put $30,000 on GameStop, and then on Wednesday when the stock was $420, it was like at $300,000. Like he 1,000% that shit, dude. He made so much money. But I think he was just like, I'm not gonna sell until he's he's already like, I guess he wants to go with the meme. So he was like, I'm not gonna sell until it's at 700. And everyone's like, no, just sell. Just sell. And he was like, no, all right, I'm sticking to my gun, 700, and I sell. And then it didn't go to 700. It went to 200. and he lost a shit ton of money. He went from 30,000 to 400,000. No, 30,000 to 300,000 to 1,500 or 150,000. So he lost half of it. But I mean,
he still had a net profit.
he started a net profit, yes. But I mean,
So,
honestly, I think it's I want to believe that's gonna work because Monday is gonna be a huge day. But only time can tell. But now talking about all these brokers, like they're trying to mitigate everything that was happening. So to prevent what was happening, brokers such as like Webull or whatever, Webull, Robinhood, and all these just like apps that you could buy to invest. What they were doing was that on Thursday, when all the world knew about what was going on with GameStop, they prevented people from buying stocks on their apps. Okay, so like in what people were saying that in doing this, they basically prevented or they manipulated the market because people couldn't buy stocks anymore. Like
and they wanted to,
yeah. And obviously this was very wrong. I don't know what you guys think about that. Like,
well, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like
100% wrong.
Where do you think those orders came from?
The rich people up top.
Yeah. Now here's the kicker. So Robinhood, one of their parent company, they shorted GameStop before they announced that they were gonna not prevent these people to sell or to buy. So they shorted them. They shorted GameStop, and then Robinhood wasn't allowing, and then the stock market went down, and then suppose they bought a shit ton. They made a fucking shit ton of money. So now everyone was just like, well, they want the SEC to investigate Robinhood and the CEO and all the people that are running Robinhood, because what they did is potentially they manipulated the market, and it's really fucked up. A lot of people lost a lot of money, and like not because of like the right way. Yeah, not because of bad investment. It's just because they manipulate the market. These hedge funds, and it's honestly very disgusting what's going on.
And then that just pissed off everybody even more. So like, there's even more people in it now.
Didn't they supposedly fix it, but only let you buy one stock?
Yeah, like okay. So then after everything caught wind on Thursday, I think that the SEC was just like, oh, Robinhood, you can't do that. You can't limit trade like certain stocks. You have to let the people buy stock. So on Friday, they only allow people to buy like a limited amount. So GameStop, you can only buy 5 stocks. For AMC, you can only buy 115 stocks. And throughout the day, they lowered it and lowered it and lowered it. So like it went from 5 to 3 to 1 stock at like at the end of the hour or whatever. At the very last hour, they lowered it because like they tried the hardest they could to prevent people from buying these stocks, and even then it ended higher than it started, or basically even. So that's how much volume these stocks are getting, even when they're not being allowed to buy. So that's why they were saying that Friday was the big day because it was the last day of their all these really big hedge fund contracts, and they're required to rebuy at the stocks. Like they had to rebuy the stocks because they still basically shorting them. So only Monday when Monday comes around, everyone will see if it paid off basically. And they're estimating that GME is going to be like what, $700? Like that's what they're estimating. But obviously this is all speculation. None of this we don't obviously know what's going to happen, but they're speculating that it's going to be $700, $600 because the short squeeze is still happening. And
the new GameStop's going to be all fancy marble flooring and everything.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Yeah.
I think the same way that it went up is going to come back down.
Yeah,
it's not a business that has been running very successfully. So
yeah, they don't want to modernize.
Yeah, and I also read that Robinhood apparently forced people to sell their stocks when it went down.
Yeah.
So like when it reached the lowest, they were like forcing people to sell their stocks, and was like that's also wrong because like they should have the ability to sell whenever the heck they want, and they were clearly trying to like
Manipulate.
they were manipulating the whole thing, but I
Standing.
don't know.
Let me just do it really quick. From my understanding, you could buy stocks with IOUs. Like you don't have to have the money. Even though this sounds fucking stupid, people do this. Okay, you don't have to have money to buy stocks. Like you could buy it and then do an IOU, and then you could buy them and make the money and blah blah blah. And that's how some people do buy stocks. So if you have that, if you had GameStop with an IOU, when at the lowest rate, Robinhood would sell your stock and you're pretty much fucked. Like they sold it, you lost the money, and it's an IOU, so whatever, right? So those people got screwed. Also, like if you couldn't buy half shares, you had to buy complete shares, and then GameStop would also Robinhood would just sell half shares for you, and like you couldn't cancel you couldn't cancel orders, you couldn't make any orders. I don't know. Robinhood was very shady. And like I was watching the CEO or the person in charge or whatever of Robinhood, and he was it was super fucking obvious that he was just trying to save his own ass. Like he was pretty much fucked. Like no matter what, he was screwed. Either whether it was with hundreds of millions of people that are angry at him at Robinhood, or whether it was against the $1 billion like hedge funds. Like it was a lose-lose for him. But he was trying to save face, and he chose to go with the latter, which is the $1 billion hedge funds. So I don't know. Like it's just very interesting what's going on.
Be interesting to see what happens next week as well.
Yeah. Now seeing all this that's going on in the market, Snakierbod, are you gonna invest?
I mean, I started investing, and let's say it's making my stocks go a little down right now, but I'm sure it'll bounce back up after all this is over. But like after it's all over, I still plan on like investing, only in like safe stuff though. Nothing. I'm not yellowing my freaking mortgage on GameStop or anything.
Yeah. I don't know. These market analysts have been in it for multiple years. They're experts and stuff like that. So obviously the stock market is very fickle, very complex, complicated. But it does seem to me that cheaters always prosper in the market. Like it doesn't even matter if you're like lucky or anything. You just have to. I guess it does matter if you're lucky or not, because like if you get caught, then you're unlucky. If you don't get caught, then you make a shit ton of millions of dollars. I mean, look at all the movies that like they're out for the market, like Wolf on Wall Street. That's based off a true story. Wolf on Wall Street, like that guy. I forgot his name, but like whatever. He made a shit ton of money by just like manipulating the market. And then The Big Short. I mean, in the 2008 housing crisis, all that shit. Holy fuck, it was just a mess. And we were all kids back then. 2008, that was what, 12, 13 years ago? Damn, we're all like 13 years old, 12 years old. So we're like little kids.
Yeah.
Like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah. So obviously all this stuff does have like an impact in our lives, and that's why people wanted to, I guess, they just wanted to uppercut the big man. Just even if it was just one punch, that's all they wanted to do. And I mean, it worked out. I mean, they did that. These people are calling, or the hedge funds, the billionaires, are just like calling foul. They're like, oh no, they can't do this. This is bullshit. And they've been doing it for like all their fucking adult life. And I don't know. It's about time. And I stick with GME, GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, all those people. Obviously, I don't think anyone should invest in it, because if we did, then we would be in trouble. But but yeah, legally we cannot do that. But yeah, it's very interesting what's going on. And another thing that popped up was Dogecoin. So people, for those that don't know, Dogecoin is just a cryptocurrency, and it got very popular. I don't know why it got popular, because it was just a meme, and people were just like, you know what, I'm gonna buy Dogecoin at 8 cents, And like, I guess the first time listening to this podcast, like hearing it's 8 cents only, you're like, oh man, that's a huge steal, right? 8 cents, that's nothing. I could buy a shit ton for $100, a shit ton of Dogecoin for $100. But let me just put it in perspective. Dogecoin was just a joke. It's a meme. Everyone, the people that made it they admitted it's a meme. It's not supposed to be worth anything because it's there's there's like an infinite amount of Dogecoins. So like the original price was like 0.003 cents. That's like less than a penny. That is less than a penny. So basically, if you buy 8 cents, you got scamas. And I feel really bad for you if you bought any Dogecoin. But I know Eddie was talking about it, saying that it has a potential because we obviously we don't know. We don't know.
I'm not saying it has all the potential. I'm just saying like the fact that it happened to GME, where people just thought it was going to be a freaking business that was going to crash. My point was that you can't really call the people stupid because you never really know.
Yes,
because it's riding on the hype of GME. It went up by more than a couple 100% in its value.
Yeah, like I understand where you're coming from. I understand. But the thing is that obviously we talked about this briefly, but GME and Doge both have very different targets, I guess, or missions. Like GME, GameStop actually has stock, like it's an actual store, and then Doge is just a meme.
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency, yeah. But yeah, like right now it's at 2 cents.
All a meme needs is to survive for more than a week, and people will make money out of it.
Only way
that's the way the internet works.
I guess that's very true. Yeah, I feel like the only way that you can make a shit ton of money is if you invest right now, and then out of nowhere, Elon Musk just says, "Oh yeah, buy Dogecoin." Holy fuck! Whoever bought at 2 cents, they're gonna be millionaires. Like that's it. Like that's it. They're gonna be millionaires. I'm not saying to buy because we legally cannot say that. But yeah, like this is all hypothetical, and it like if then blah blah. But other than that, like I don't know. Would you guys invest in Dogecoin right now?
No, not right now. Maybe 3-4 days ago, but nah.
Nah, probably not. It's too memey.
Yeah, and if anything, I'll probably just do $10-20 at those 3-4 days ago, and that was it.
Would you guys ever get into crypto in general?
I don't know.
Probably not. I'd probably just stick to like regular stocks and stuff.
So
and when stocks make money, then you just do computer rigs to farm Bitcoin.
Yeah, I was telling another friend of ours, Mark, that if I ever make money off the whole AMC, GME, all that scandal, or not scandal, but what's going on in the world, I was gonna spend that money and buy a GPU rig to mine Ethereum and Litecoin, altcoin, all that stuff. But that shit's super expensive, bro. Like you have to buy all the graphics cards, and then like electricity is so fucking pricey and stuff like that.
You have to set up like your whole room because it'll be like 1,000 degrees in there too.
Yeah,
like, this stuff is intense. Like, those people that do that, like it's a lot of work.
Yeah, you would need to set up an actual server room with AC and fucking a bunch of shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, diamond hands, baby, straight to the moon.
That's been my favorite part about like this week. It's just going on Reddit and every freaking top post is just Wall Streets, and then going in the comments, it's just the freaking comments and memes are so funny. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, like I said, like my favorite meme is the diamond hands. That shit's so fucking funny. And also the monkey meme. Monkey by themselves weak, monkey together strong.
Bro, isn't that from Planet of the Apes, right?
Yeah.
Apes together strong.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny, dude. Like, I don't know, like, dude, obviously the internet's always like really funny, but sometimes I'm just like, what's the next big thing that's gonna be funny? And they always top the previous thing. It's so fucking
right before this whole stock market stuff was the King Kong trade that came out. It was giant radioactive fire breathing lizard against monkey. And they put a picture of the monkey that's like, stinky.
Oh man, I think my favorite one was there was a old video of a gorilla in the zoo, and the caption was like Godzilla versus King Kong, and the monkey just picks up his poop and throws it and runs away. I was just like, oh man, that's so good. Oh man, but I'm pretty hyped for that movie, the HBO movie, King Kong versus.
I hope it's like an actual, monsters fighting movie, not like all the other ones. It's just like 5 minutes of fighting and 20 hours of people talking. Because that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is going to be like a full-on monster fighting movie. I mean, it's part of that cinematic universe.
Yeah,
So,
I really hope so, man, because just seeing them hit each other seems fun.
Do you think it'll turn into like a Batman versus Superman, where they join forces to combat a greater evil?
Well, I mean,
fucking Mecha Godzilla, whatever, or Mothra.
Yeah,
Martha. Why'd you say that name?
Isn't that like part of the lore though? Aren't like King Kong and Godzilla part like friends?
I'm not familiar.
I don't know if there's like a lore to it, but there's different stories. Some where they fight together, some where they fight against each other, some where they fight like a 3-headed lizard thing.
Yeah, from my understanding, like Godzilla embodies Japanese culture, and then King Kong was American. So like I don't know, I don't know why they become friends, and I don't know Capello. Like I don't know the lore though, but that's from my understanding.
I mean, Godzilla has a kid.
Oh yeah, he does have a kid. He had a very
Godzilla
famous
Jr.
TV show. Yeah.
It's like freaking Barney, but like nightmarish Barney.
Yeah. Have you
I
guys
think they
seen
will end up being friends. Yeah.
You think they're gonna end up being friends?
They're gonna fight something else. I don't think it's gonna end up with one of them dead, like because they're fighting each other. I don't know.
Have you guys seen Kong Island?
That was a decent, good movie.
That was
Skull Island, right?
Oh yeah, Skull Island. Was it Skull Island or Kong Island?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Kong Skull Island.
That movie's pretty badass.
Isn't that one supposed to be connected to this one?
Yeah, it's all part of the cinematic universe. So Godzilla 2, the Kongs, King Kongs. And
we should try to watch all the movies before another one comes out. It'll be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of cinematic universes, but yeah, I think it's very interesting. I honestly think, don't quote me on this, but I think that the Invisible Man and also all the other old movies are all cinematic tied to this genre too. So anything with like supernatural is part of this too. Not the Conjuring universe, obviously that's something else, but like other heroes.
Godzilla one?
Yeah, they're all tied. Like the Mummy too. They're all tied together.
The monster. I think it was called like Monsters. I don't remember, but it was something called like Monsters Cinematic Universe. I don't know.
Yeah. Wasn't
the Mummy supposed to start it? The Mummy with what's his name?
I thought that was supposed to be called like the Dark Universe or whatever they called it.
Okay, then maybe this is like a separate.
I think it might be something different.
I don't know. Well, then I don't know. I thought they're all combined. Maybe they're not. Maybe this is just
part
a big
of the Godzilla one. I think the one that Eddie mentions, it's the Mummy and some kind of Dracula and some kind of like
Frankenstein monster and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one
I was kind of excited for, man.
And this is why I invested in AMC. No, I'm just kidding.
Not because of the memes.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I were to invest in any of them, I would invest into AMC because I've always believed in theaters. Like,
it's like
I always like
it's one because like theaters are closed right now. You can't go see movies really. So I mean, they have to open back up once everybody's vaccinated and stuff. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. because like they lost 75%, and I think this on Monday it was $2. Now it's $13. So I don't know whether you missed if people missed the train. Like I don't know. Like
I
it's
don't think so, because I would. I'm thinking like if you were to buy at this point where it's at 13, I'll probably jump back up to like an average of like 20 or 30 once the movie starts circulating. You still made yourself a pretty penny.
Yeah.
well before. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, post pandemic, I think it was like around $30 or something. So it's never been like a crazy high stock. But I mean, yeah, you can still make.
So would you invest in the AMC?
I would.
Yeah, probably. I mean, just because I honestly do think that it'll go back up, just because there's no movies right now. Like they'll get billions again.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you said, if they averaged around 30 before the pandemic, there's gonna be. I would assume there would be a small surge when everything starts opening up.
Yeah,
It's probably the only reason it went down is because of the pandemic.
yeah.
Well,
So it's not that the business was doing.
Yeah.
Unlike GameStop that was going down
As
since
failing
before
business.
that.
Yeah.
I was actually like, since I've gotten into investing, I've been super curious. Like any company I think about, I just like, okay, PetSmart. Stock, because that's where I was. Snakierbod.com. It's like it's a pet store. PetSmart actually owns it, but it's completely online. But their stock went from $30 post pandemic to like 103 right now.
Oh, fuck.
Like some companies are crazy, like because of coronavirus, and then other ones are just like freaking tanking down.
My dad was curious about that because he started seeing it on the news, so he asked me to check on air conditioning one, and a local Texas air conditioning factory was at around 48 pre-pandemic. I checked like 2 days ago. It's at 18. I was
Damn.
surprised to go down. It went down. I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is why like all these billionaires like Jeff Bezos made so much money during the pandemic because everything's online, and like their
Mhm.
stock market just exploded, and that's why also Elon Musk is the richest man in the world too because his stock just exploded. Like he had a shit ton of Tesla. It's like it's $1,000 right now to buy. So like
That one,
it's a shit ton of money. Like
I don't get that one. Like, yeah, I get Amazon because like when people say they're the richest in the world, doesn't mean like it's cash. They're, like their money is invested in their shares, right, and stocks in their company. So I don't get like how.
All their assets and shit.
Yeah, like I don't. But did just a crap ton of people buy Teslas over the pandemic? Like, how did he go so high up? Like, I understand Jeff Bezos because Amazon. Like, everybody was buying stuff on Amazon. But
so I mean,
I think.
oh, go
I
ahead. Go
think
ahead.
also doesn't it also go up in tangent with his other businesses because they just buy because he's the face of them,
like
and a lot
SpaceX,
of them like SpaceX and a Boring Company.
yeah, but like SpaceX isn't a public stock, so like, does that? I mean, yeah,
I don't know how any of that works.
yeah, I don't know how he, I don't know how he became so rich over a pandemic.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Because people just buy tech stocks for no reason. Because like that's the stock that people theorize that it's always gonna be valuable or it's something. Tech is the
Technology
future.
advances.
Yeah. So
There's even
maybe
a freaking law for it.
yeah, every 2 years
That
it
every
doubles.
2 years it doubles.
Yeah, I think that law is even obsolete now. That's even more like
It's
because that
faster.
was that was the case when we were in high school. I don't think that's the case anymore. Like it's like triple or quadruple every year. Like that's how fast it is now. But yeah, the rule on thumb or whatever the rule was just that technology stocks were always never gonna
A safe
depreciate.
bet.
Yeah, it's a safe bet. So maybe that has to be a factor for Tesla. Because like I'm on the same boat with you, Snakierbod. I don't know how this stocks got worth $1,000, and a lot of analysts are saying that it's it's overflated.
Inflated.
Yeah, it's inflated. So like his value is actually worth a shit ton, like a lot less. So I don't know. It's very interesting.
Did
Like
he-
what's going on is like fucking crazy.
Did he have Did he also have a big bump when President Biden announced that he wanted to make the fleet electric? Or what did it not affect it that
No,
much
it was before. Like he was already the richest person way before he did that.
before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I would think maybe from SpaceX too, because SpaceX, like companies pay SpaceX to send satellites and stuff up. So they launched a lot of satellites last year, so maybe that's why too.
Yeah, I don't know. I follow stock market. I follow crypto a lot more than stock market, but crypto's very, very, very volatile. It's way more volatile than the actual stock market. But I mean, like we've been saying, that's very complicated, but it's very interesting. What's going on with the GMC, AMC, Naked, BlackBerry, Nokia, all those different stocks? They're just trying to stick it up to the. They're trying to put it to the man. That fuck them, right? Fuck the billionaires. But with that being said, like what before we end it, I just want to know what stock would you guys invest in if you guys had to, and if you don't know the name of stock, just say a brand. So how about you, Eddie? What stock would you invest in right now?
That one I mentioned earlier it's called Daikin. I'll probably do AMC, and maybe just because I like some stock based on video games.
Okay.
So the BCD Project Red, not EA, fuck EA, but
Not CD Project Red, Eddie. Come on.
why not? I mean, freaking No Man's Sky made a comeback.
You saw what happened
Yeah,
in December.
I saw what happened.
Hey, maybe if they just didn't release games like that in the first place, they wouldn't have that problem.
Stop pre-ordering.
They wouldn't have. Okay, that's never gonna.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, how about you, Eric? What stocks would you invest in?
Probably invest in something that's already stable, and it'll probably just be like just to have some money out. I wouldn't go like crazy. My idea would be either like Sony or Microsoft or I don't know, Tesla.
You're gonna drop $1,000 on Tesla stocks, man?
Nah, I don't know. I need to put more. What's it called? I need to read more about that stuff. I wouldn't just throw money anywhere without knowing what I'm doing. So
Okay, Mr. Brock, or what's it called? Oh, never. Oh, Mr. What's it called? Stockbroker. There, damn it. Hey, Mr. Stockbroker, what do you have invested in right now?
Me?
Snakierbod. Yeah, you.
Like, what do I currently have invested?
Either or. Either what you want to invest in or what you have.
Okay, well, I only have two right now, and they're some ESG ones. I don't remember the name. They're like pretty safe ones. But I actually have a fun little fact. When I was little, my mom got me and my sister both a share in Disney because we love Disney. We go to Disneyland like so many times a year. At least we used to. So she got us like a plaqued share of Disney, which I actually have right here, but like I won't show it because it has the address and stuff on it. But when she bought it, it was like $60 in 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, and now it's worth $168. So that's actually pretty cool. Like I actually own a share in Disney too. But one that I would want to invest in, but you can't because like it's not public, is SpaceX. I've always just been like, I love SpaceX. I watch all their live streams and stuff. Like, and right now they're testing their Starship to go to Mars. So that's like super exciting for me. But I would do SpaceX if it ever did come public.
As for me, I think the ones I would invest for is probably Starbucks. Starbucks because like once everything gets back from COVID, everyone's gonna be buying a shit ton of Starbucks. Starbucks is always gonna be something. It's like a long-term hold. Another thing I would look into is buying stocks for airlines, like Southwest, because everything went down, everything plummeted like more than 50%, like a shit ton more than 50%. I think right now Southwest is like valued at 15 a stock, and before COVID it was 40. So like there's money to be made there. What other stocks? Anything that was affected by COVID, practically. Like those are stocks that you should.
That are still necessities.
Yeah, still necessities. Long-term holds will be like Starbucks. I think that's something that's never gonna go away. Tech companies, obviously. And but
Movie theaters, maybe some
Safe point.
franchises.
save point
Safe
stocks
point.
only going up, baby.
How much are we
It's the
worth?
same. It's the
More
same
than
thing as Doge. 0.0001. I think the one I would want to invest in is Bitcoin, baby. Bitcoin.
You have a
That's the
spare
one.
$34,000?
Yeah, I'll just buy one Bitcoin. That's it.
That sounds
Man.
crazy.
Yeah, other than that, because like crypto's so fucking volatile, but I do want to invest. I do see the necessity and the future. I feel like that's the future of crypto. I've been saying it since 2018, since we went to Vegas. I'm like, this is the future, Eddie. Crypto.
Yeah, you even talked to me about it where you were trading. And I was trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Is that when you were asleep on the couch, Eddie?
Yeah.
I'd stream.
No. Fuck you.
But with that being said, I feel like this is a good stopping point. If you want to put your stock that you're interested in, leave a comment down below. Obviously, we don't know what we're talking about, so take everything we said with a grain of salt.
We're not investors.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
investors. But with that being said, this is A Point. We're signing out. Check us out at the next A Point. See ya.